Hi and a huge welcome to Steve's Kitchen. All this week I've been making hot cross buns, actually chocolate hot cross buns, and I made loads of them. So I've got a few left over. They've gone stale and they'll toast wonderfully with a little bit of butter on them. But I was thinking that old-fashioned English dessert bread and butter pudding where you use up old bits of stale bread. How about a chocolate bun and butter pudding? Sounds great? Let me show you how. Now I'm using 6 hot cross buns with a big baking tray. If you have less, you could always use a smaller tray and half the ingredients. Now let's get started. So here's one of the hot cross buns here, the chocolate ones. I'm just going to cut this one in half and they are a little bit dry. We're just going to take some regular butter and I want you to put it on both sides, put it on pretty thick. And then what we're going to do is take these chocolate buns. I'm taking the bottom first. Let's just move that out of the way. I've got my tin, my baking tin here, and I'm going to put that butter side down in the pan like that. Actually, stop the press. I've just had an idea. I got these wonderful oranges the other day. They're just sat on the side. I'm not using them at the moment. How about we take the peel off of these and turn this into a chocolate orange bun and butter pudding? Now that sounds like a great idea. I'm going to get and zest these and I'll be back. Okay, so I've taken 2 oranges and I've zested them up. I've taken all the zest off. I've got my buns here in the bottom of the tray. I'm just going to take half of this orange peel. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it sounds delicious. I'm going to sprinkle that over the top of these buns. I'm going to save a little bit to go on the top there as well. Okay, set that down there and we're going to take the tops of our hot cross buns and we're just going to lay them randomly on top of the other ones. I'm sort of sandwiching some of that orange in there, which I think will taste absolutely wonderful. And we'll take this extra orange now and just sprinkle it over the top. And now let's get on and make the custard, which brings this whole bread and butter pudding together. Now the custard or the sauce we put in with the bread and butter is not a set custard because it will cook and thicken as we bake the bread and butter pudding in the oven. I've got 4 eggs here, which I'm just going to break into a bowl. And into the eggs, I'm going to add 100 grams or 3½ ounces of white sugar, about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm putting a teaspoon of cinnamon in here as well because I love the flavour that adds to the custard. We're then going to take a whisk and we're just going to blend this up. The smell coming off of that is absolutely delicious. Now I've got a 1.5 pints, that's 800 mils of milk here, full cream milk, and I'm just going to heat this in the microwave till it's nearly boiling. You can do it on the stove, of course, whichever way you prefer. Now my milk is fairly hot, it's not boiling, but I'm going to be adding this to egg, so I'm going to do it very slowly and whisk at the same time so it doesn't cook the egg. Let's just pour it in there gently. And there we have this beautiful vanilla custard, which is now ready to pour on top of our buns. And if I put it in the center there and try not to disturb the buns too much. Now, of course, as I say, if you're doing a smaller bread and butter pudding, you would use half the ingredients in a smaller pan. Now is a good time to pop your oven on to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 Fahrenheit. And while that heats up, we'll leave this soaking up all those juices. Now they've been about 10 minutes, my oven's coming up to temperature and you can see that they've absorbed a lot of that custard. They're lovely and spongy. We're just going to push these tops down now to let them absorb a little bit more before they go in the oven. And also before they go in, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar over the top just to caramelize as they cook. So they're ready to go in the oven now and we're going to cook, as I say, for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Just keep an eye on them, make sure they don't go burnt on the top. Now look at that, that is out of the oven. It's got a lovely wobble to it, which a good bread and butter pudding should have. It looks and smells, the whole house smells absolutely delicious. I'm going to let this cool down a little bit and then I'm going to serve myself a beautiful slice. Now I'm being cheeky, I'm not even really going to let this cool down because it smells too good. Look at that, it's beautiful and moist. I don't know if you can see in there. I'm going to take a whole bun from the corner here. And that is exactly what I'm looking for. Just going to pop that down in my bowl. And don't forget all the nice crispy corners. Now you can serve this with ice cream, you could serve it with custard, but I'm going to try au naturel just as it is and let you know what I think. So here goes. It's probably piping hot. I'm probably going to burn my mouth, but oh, it smells so good. Right, oh, that is hot, but fantastic. The orange actually is just perfect. How serendipitous that is to come across something so great. Oh, delicious. So if you've got hot cross buns left over, whether they're chocolate or whether they're normal, give this a try. It's a fantastic way of using up those old hot cross buns. Be good, please give the thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Woo! Now I'll be quick because I want to get on and eat the rest of that chocolate orange bun and butter pudding. It's delicious. I'm going to leave a couple of links to some other videos here. As always, I'd love to hear your comments down below. Everybody out there, be good, and I'll see you next time. Take care.